Electric motorcycles are hitting UK roads with decarbonised transport. Subscribe to Electric Vehicle News Bitesize podcast for free. The government is proposing a series of measures to celebrate a successful year since the launch of the Transport Decarbonisation Programme. Electric mopeds and electric motorcycles hitting the roads will soon become the norm, as the government July 14, 2022 set out a series of measures to mark a successful year since the launch of the Transport Decarbonisation Plan. The scheme builds the UK's world-leading green map to create cleaner air, healthier communities and tens of thousands of new green jobs in the UK. A year of progress today shows that nearly 7,500 additional electric vehicle charging points have been installed to support 900,000 green cars on UK roads, and more than 130 new walking and cycling projects have been funded. The production of zero-emission vehicles alone has the potential to support 72,000 green jobs by 2050, with a total value added of £9.7 billion. To mark its one-year anniversary, the government is launching a new public consultation to speed up the transition to zero-emission travel by ending sales of new fossil-fueled motorcycles and mopeds by 2035 or earlier. Another public consultation, The Route to Zero, will be launched to gather views on the best way to achieve net zero emissions in the UK's inland waterways sector by 2050. This will help inform future government action to fully decarbonise the UK's vital domestic shipping industry. Transport Minister Trudy Harrison said, "Across road, rail, sea and air we have taken decisive action to reduce harmful emissions while enabling innovation and growing the economy. We have provided certainty to both the industry and consumers through investment to stimulate a new market to reduce the need for fossil fuels." Alongside the consultations, the Department for Transport has announced funding for a competition to help industry develop a zero-emission motorcycle supply chain in the UK. This will help build a manufacturing base for small zero-emission cars and could create thousands of new jobs in the UK. Successful applicants for the £350,000 fund will undertake research to support the production and distribution of new environmentally friendly vehicles within the industry. Since launching its Transport Decarbonisation Plan last year, the government has worked quickly to deliver on many of its ambitious commitments, including a zero-emission vehicle mandate that sets targets for manufacturers to ensure electric vehicle supply meets growing demand. As part of an electric vehicle infrastructure strategy, plans were announced to help the UK market increase public electric vehicle charging points tenfold by the end of the decade, making public charging cheaper and more convenient than filling up at petrol stations. Establishment of the first government office dedicated to decarbonising the UK shipping industry, the UK Shipping Emission Reduction Office. Develop the Jet Zero strategy, to be launched this year, which will set out a roadmap to achieve net zero aviation. A world-leading commitment, reaffirmed at the COP26 summit, to dramatically accelerate the pace of global transformation to ensure zero emissions for all new cars and vans by 2035 in key markets and globally by 2040, the declaration now with 180 signatures, including from 39 countries around the world and 14 major automakers' top cities, fleets and investors. 200 million zero-emission road freight demonstration program launched. Support 7 hydrogen transport trials to inform future investment decisions and key export opportunities. Successful trials could lead to increased use of hydrogen-powered transport for the transport of goods and service delivery. Creation of Active Travel England, led by Olympic gold medalist Chris Boardman, and £161 million to local authorities to fund 134 world-class schemes to develop new walkways, cycle paths and crosswalks in England. Helena Bennett, head of climate policy at Green Alliance, said, "The Transport Decarbonisation Plan laid ambitious foundations for the sector to begin its transition to net zero after 30 years in which emissions have stayed largely unchanged. It's promising to see delivery of some of the plan's goals begin, including announcements on a zero-emission vehicle mandate and phase-out of polluting HGVs, but there is more to be done to keep the sector on track with climate targets, and it's more important than ever, given the cost of living crisis, that boosts to public transport and walk and cycling infrastructure are prioritised." The government is also aiming to improve health by publishing a second cycling and walking investment strategy, making walking and cycling the natural first choice for short distances. It estimates that by 2025, various funds have already committed nearly £4 billion to the government's active travel, including £2 billion announced in 2020. This investment will provide actions such as high-quality hiking and cycling trails, safer road intersections, cycling training and walk-to-school outreach programs. This progress will help meet the Prime Minister's gear change vision to ensure half of journeys in towns and cities are cycled or walked by 2030. National Active Travel Commissioner, Chris Boardman, said, If we want to enable millions more people to walk, wheel and cycle for everyday journeys, we need to make the environment feel safe and attractive. Funding and supporting local authorities to achieve that is what Active Travel England will focus on, making local trips easier for everyone to make without having to drive. I'm looking forward to working with councils and other partners to turn this national vision into a reality. Together we can build a pleasant and sustainable future. Please give Electric Vehicle News Bitesize podcast a 5-star review to help us grow our audience. Subscribe to the Electric Vehicle News Bitesize podcast for free on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Deezer, Breaker, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Audible, Gaana, Samsung Podcasts, Google News and the Electric Vehicle News Bitesize Alexa skill. For more articles and episodes, double the penetration of electric vehicles in the Arval UK fleet. Subscribe to Electric Vehicle News Bitesize podcast for free.